YouTube, welcome to a new tier list. I don't even know what patch it is. Let me tab out and figure that out for you. I should have looked at that first. 7.38C. It's been so long since I've done a tier list. It's about time. There's no more Pro Tracker, no more meta websites. You can't watch games on Dota TV. Valve's out there doing some crazy stuff. So I'm gonna bring to you my personal tier list. This might not be best for Jardian. This might not be best for Acorn, or Legande, or Divine. But this is 12.5k Europe ladder mid-tier list. These are my opinions. If you play Lone Druid your whole life and you think it's the best hero, this is not the tier list for you. Go back to the furry convention. No Lone Druid pickers here, please. If you play Tinker all day, I wish upon you a curse. A literal voodoo curse. I will also probably not be putting him very high on the tier list. Sorry. Alright, brothers. What we got first? Let's anchor ourselves. Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong. I think very powerful meta hero. I don't think he's necessarily cheating. I've been addicted to playing Sun Wukong these days. My Monkey King is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I did it sideways, so there's gonna be a YouTube short. I did it sideways today. It wasn't even I did it sideways on an angle. You're gonna have to see that one. But very versatile hero. If you have a good matchup, the sky's the limit. You can go Diffusal against the Morphling spammers. You can buy Maelstrom to just farm a little bit and just general damage. You can go Mage Slayer. He's the second best Mage Slayer carrier in the patch, which is still a very strong item. Generally, after that, it's Shard BKB, but you have like S and Y Manta options. You have a Radiance option. Radiance has been quite popular after Mage Slayer. But very cool, fun hero that you can do it sideways on. Let's go for like a stinky, dishonorable hero. I haven't lost a map to Huskar in like 4 months. So I'm going to put him lower than he should be. I honestly think he's probably B tier if I'm going to be honest. But this is my tier list and my opinion. So if you're going to cry about it, go into the comments and give me free engagement. I think Huskar's Cauterize facet is very... I don't even think overrated is the right word. But for some reason it just sucks. People don't like it, even though it should be good. I watched it go nuts versus a Jungle Veno and like 7 other debuffs. The other problem with Huskar is Ancient Apparition is just a menace. He's in like every game. No fun. What else do we got? I have some weird ones for you guys. I mentioned Tinker earlier. Who knows where he is? I mean... We're gonna have to change this this one. Pick if other roles didn't ban or pick it yet. There's some heroes that would be quite good mids, to be honest. In my games, Tinker gets first pick, first ban by all 4 support players in the lobby, so I'll never get to see him go middle ever. I think he's very strong in the mid lane as well. But because he's even stronger as a support, you're just never going to see him. So I would say he's probably A or B tier as a mid right now. So if he actually gets through in your games, go ahead and try him if you're a Tinker player. But I honestly have not seen a mid Tinker this entire patch, and he's really strong mid. I've seen nothing to say. Play it a few times. Same thing with TA. Both the carry players will instantly pick this hero in my games, and it'll just be banned otherwise. If it gets to last pick, sometimes it's okay mid, but it's a lot more situational than carry. You actually do care about your matchup. The Psyblades are really rough these days, but you can pick it if it's somehow not banned. That's not a bad hero. Probably A or B tier. It's definitely S tier carry, which is the problem. Like Tinker's S tier support, TA's S tier carry, and they drop like 1.5 tiers or so from being off roll. Shadow Fiend you pick if you're a ghoul and you hate yourself. I think it's probably the worst mid hero. Next to Void Spirit, they're both KISSing in the tree or whatever the meme was back in the day. You know, you feel me on that one. Both these heroes are terrible. Anytime somebody asks me in my chat to play them, I wonder if they're like hate watching and want me to lose. Like, I don't know what I did to them. Why are they being like so mean to me? Like, why would you wish that upon me? Queen of Pain. I think Queen of Pain, I'm gonna put her in B, but only because there's one hero that really keeps her in check. I think she does terribly versus Huskar and great against Monkey, for example. So she's kind of sandwiched in the middle there. I would say Monkey's a little bit more common. I think she's good against Sand King as well. I'm gonna put this in S tier. I don't personally play it that much. Every game I've seen a Sand King mid has been ridiculous. It is insane, especially in pro gameplay. It's flexed from 2 and 3. But the Blink Aghanim's like Brooch timing even, I feel like the whole screen just gets one shot. Brooch is like the perfect Sand King item with Aghanims. What else do we got? Lina? I think Lina's better than like intentionally griefing like Shadow Fiend and Void Spirit. But not a hero I would pick. Like, if you're going to pick Lina mid, you're probably going to go a physical build with Maelstrom or something, and there's no Gleipnir upgrade. I don't think the magic build is too viable, and you might as well just pick Sniper, which is the next hero. I think Sniper, I'm going to put him in A tier. I think B tier might be more fair, but I think he just gets a lot of good matchups. Like, would you like playing Sniper against Sand King? Yeah. Would you like playing Sniper against Monkey King? Yeah. Against Quap? Maybe not. Huskar? Yeah. There's like a lot of good matchups, and you can kind of almost blind pick it and be fine. Even some of the harder matchups, like I would say Storm is good against Sniper in the game a lot of the time, but you get a free lane regardless. You can just kind of win your lane really hard. Invoker, I'm not sure where to place. Chat, when's the last time you guys have seen an Invoker mid in my games? Like, it's not even banned every game, right? But it seems pretty strong, but no one picks it, and I'm not sure why. I think, like, part of the reason is you need a lot of stuns on your team. The laning phase is really hard. But I think the hero is, like, really strong. I've seen it picked with good success in pro gameplay as well, but they obviously draft around it. Shaker, I think Shaker probably B tier right now. I'm not sure how often he gets picked in competitive mid these days, but he's received a lot of nerfs. He used to be A or S tier for sure, but the mana costs are kind of sad. I was spamming it a lot with Yashikaya instead of Aghanims, and that felt pretty strong. But definitely an option. Like, I've been addicted to heroes with big line stuns, so Monkey King, Earthshaker type heroes, and I've tended to just pick Monkey King more. I think the one thing that's nice about a hero like Monkey King or even Pango or Ember is you can fight really aggressively on the runes, like 7-minute rune even, sometimes 14-minute rune, the Tormentor. These big ultimates or fast-paced heroes like Ember can obviously just play really high tempo with Remnant TP and stuff like that. They kind of snowball the early game, and if you win double Wisdom, that's usually a free win. The Tormentor can be a free win. Now, if you're playing down in Lagande or Archon or Acorn and they don't even know what a Tormentor is, it goes down in value a little bit. But I've gotten a lot of value out of just pressing my ult on the big shiny things that appear on the screen, like the objectives. Storm, I don't know. My heart says A, but my brain says B. He's probably B++, very close to A. Same thing with Quap. If it wasn't for a hero that's going to be put on the list very shortly, like, there would be not many heroes that deal with him very well in the meta. I think it's a little weird to, like, it's free lane against Sand King, but it's a little weird to play in the game sometime. And it's just awkward. Ember is by far the greatest mid hero in the patch. I think I won 75% of my Ember games this patch. I think it's like an 80% win rate at the last tournament. Completely ridiculous hero. A lot of interesting things you can do with the skill builds these days, because there's been some nerfs and changes to his spells, which are interesting. But this hero soft counters Storm and Quap. Very difficult to play against the Searing Chains, especially when the Searing Chains talent. Storm and Quap don't buy a good Dispel. Like, Yule's is not that great a lot of the time. If you Yule's a Chains, or like Chains usually sets up another stun, like maybe like classically a Pudge Hook or an Arrow. If you Yule's yourself to get the root off of you, you can just get follow-up stunned by a Jakiro, or you get global silenced, or you get Atos on the way out. Like, it oftentimes sets up their spells. Same thing with Quap. There's no Manta, there's no upgraded Diffusal, but it's not unplayable. You can still do quite well in the matchup. I've won versus Ember as both Queen and Storm before. But Ember has a huge advantage throughout the whole game. He can play much faster than both the heroes as well. Puck? Where is Puck? Where's Big P? A lot of Puck... I don't want to say, actually. This is for YouTube. Keep it PG, guys. I don't want to say. There's a lot of Puck fans in the chat. I'll just say that much. Where is he? Puck. I think also... B tier, I don't think you want to play Puck versus Ember, Monkey, or Sniper. You would like to play against the heroes below him, like Storm, Quap, Shaker. You like maybe Sand King? I don't know. I feel like you don't do enough damage to Sand King necessarily, and he has an instant stun. And I actually played a Puck versus Sand King game like a month ago almost, where I bought a Linken's to block Burrow Strike, and it doesn't work like that anymore, and they had no other targeted spells, and it looked real stupid, but I did win, so it was fine. There should be a neutral creep tier list. That would actually be interesting. Slardar? Slardar gets picked in competitive as a mid. I don't know exactly why. I think C tier, though. I don't know. I think Slardar's a very strong hero, but I haven't seen too many people spam him. And I don't think it's a bad hero by any means. I think, like, same thing as Dragonite. Like, there's games for it, but not that great. I played a Dragonite game today, even. Like, I played Dragonite versus Ember. I got 13 denies in 4 minutes, and he still went 30-0. Like, I think, like, these heroes are kind of counters to some of the mid heroes, and they typically don't... Like, at best, you're at parity. Like... You'd rather be the Ember than the Dragonite in the game, usually. Even though Dragonite has good chances versus Ember compared to other heroes. Pango... I think similar problem to the other heroes. You just don't want to play against, like, Monkey, Ember, or Sniper, really, I don't think. Kunkka actually does a little better against Ember in lane, and Ember gets banned a decent amount, so... Even though... Where's he at? Where's Big K? Even though Kunkka is still not great against Ember, I think he does much better versus the overall heroes, and he just feels kind of strong with Ag's timing. I think I'm going to put him in the middle of B, just locked in the middle. Let's see. A lot of setup for Kunkka these days on supports, too, because every support seems to buy Atos. Nature's Prophet just gets snapped up by all the other roles, but it's a fine mid. OD... I think OD is fine. Probably, like, same power level as these other heroes. I don't think you can pick OD every game, but in theory it should be good against Morphling, decent lane against some of the popular mids, like even Storm. Is Tiny a mid these days? I haven't seen or played a Tiny mid in a while, and I was a Tiny spammer. I'd say top of C tier. Top of the day, the C tier. I think this hero is mostly a carry. There's some games where it's nice to pick into Puck, but I believe Ember beats Tiny in lane, and I don't think you beat any of these other heroes in lane at all, and he's just weaker. He's playing Tiny mid as we speak. I don't think it's bad. Like, C tier is very serviceable. A lot of these heroes above also get banned, and they're not... Like, it might not always be a good Pango game or a good Puck game, but if you need somebody to just go in with a lot of HP and a stun and like lockdown, like if they have a Puck and the best catch on your team is going to be you because your other teammates picked like Silencer, AA, and like no catch for Puck. Toss is one of the best catches for Puck or Ember. It's just not always an easy lane, especially versus Ember. Timber, I think they have to have all strength heroes. Viper is not... Viper is OP in Herald. That's going to be our first Herald hero. I think Viper is just a bad hero, but if they don't know what your hero does, you auto-win the game a lot of the time. Like, you win the lane so hard if they just feed you. Whereas, I think Huskar just scales and farms way faster and has a better backup plan even if the lane goes slightly worse than expected. Oh yeah, Beastmaster. Beastmaster is also hacking and cheating. This is like another hero that like the offlaner might pick, but Beastmaster mid has been very impressive. Same with Sand King. Similar idea where you just rush an Aghanims in a blink and you just kind of take over the whole game. Like the entire game. Zeus that you can pick for fun. He's not bad, he's not great. It is what it is. Kez is probably pick for fun. If you play Phoenix mid, sure. I'm just gonna put him in pick for fun, but I think he's like stronger than that. But people only pick him if they're Phoenix people. Like humans don't pick them. Bird people pick them. Leshrac, yes, thank you. I forgot about Big Shark. Where's he at? Okay, he's a disco pony. The problem... Okay, I'm just going to put him down for a second. He's not a Herald hero. The problem with Leshrac is for about a year now, I'd say that the mid heroes are all concentrated like middle of the pack, like C or B tier. There's usually like a small handful of S or A tier heroes. They get picked and banned a lot. So like most of these heroes like Ember, Sand King, Beast, and even Monkey are just mostly banned. So a lot of the heroes, the matchups and the heroes you're against matter a lot, or the heroes on your team. So you have a lot of options there. And like to build on top of that, Leshrac doesn't have a lot of the pieces he needs on his own team to benefit. Like there's not a lot of IO players out there. IO Leshrac is really strong. There's not a lot of Oracle players out there. Shadow Demon has like not been as popular either. He really needs save heroes or heroes that buff his mana and HP pool, like Pugna support, to really be good. So for that reason, I'll put him at the bottom of C tier. But you really want to just build Blink Kaya and have 800 HP. So having someone that can save you or play around that is really important. Magnus, you pick if your name is Arise or whatever. This hero's like for fun for sure, but it's really swag. I think I'm missing one, but I don't know who. Who am I missing? There has been like one Marcy mid. Visage isn't picked at all for mid, really. Necro's not really. Wind Ranger hasn't been picked at all. Primal's not picked mid at all. What was that pick? Were any of these heroes picked in tournaments at least? Because I haven't seen them at all in my games. It's hard to give an opinion. Even the Caudle I haven't seen mid. Or there's one Clinks guy, but he's just a pervert. Like he doesn't actually care about winning the game. He just picks Clinks. I haven't seen Darkseer mid either. Primal? I think Primal has to go at the bottom of C as well. I think like people pick him to break Bristleback, and that doesn't even work really. Morphling's not really picked mid right now. It is a very broken carry. Bristle? I guess bottom of B, but again, I think the offlane just picks it. It's like more of a flex thing. Like it's A tier offlaner and then it loses a tier for going mid, but if you're countered, that's like way better. That's how I like to think of a lot of the stuff. Like if one hero is picked as 2 and 3, it's probably better in one of them, but when you're counter picked, you like get massively like screwed over by that and you go down the tier list just from having a bad start. But if you can have a good start in another lane, yeah, it's very good against Storm. Earth Spirit? Earth Spirit's not a mid anymore. They took the scaling on creeps from his Q away. The like extra bonus damage to creeps. He can't nuke waves anymore. I think that might be the whole list. I'm gonna make a bunch of people mad at the end of this though. Like Meepo, Lone Druid, Brood Mother, Arc Warden. These are all Herald heroes. The lower the MMR the lobby, the better they do. I don't want to say cheese heroes, but like if a Herald's playing Meepo, it might not go very well, but Smurfs and boosters play it because it abuses low rank players. Like, these heroes abuse low rank players really hard because people don't know how to play against them. They're not actually good right now. I don't think Wind Ranger's a mid. I could be proven wrong about that in the future. And Razor's kind of a Malarine thing. But I can throw that up in here. He plays it for fun, I think. Morph and Necro? Nobody plays Morph or Necro mid. They're fine. Pick for fun. It's probably like C. Morph's just a good hero. Bath Rider? I'm gonna put him in the Herald division. That hero only works when the other guy doesn't know how his hero works. But yeah, I think that's the whole list. I think this is a pretty comprehensive list. I think the distribution is kind of normal. Like, if you ignore the Herald tier, like, it's kind of like the the normal graph, whatever it's called. Normal distribution, which is pretty healthy balance. I think Ember could use a little bit of nerfs, and Beastmaster and Sand King. I don't know what would be the new S tier hero after that. But I think this shows a very healthy balance for mid. Now, if we did the same thing for carry or offlane, it might not look that well. Like, I think carry is very top heavy. There's like 5 good carry heroes, and then everything else is terrible, in my opinion. Whereas AA mid, I think Sniper is just really good. I win a lot on Sniper, personally. I think, this isn't meant to only be for pro games. I take some inspiration for how the heroes do in pro games, like, especially if it suits my narrative, like Ember Spirit. But Sniper's win rate in pubs is way higher than in pro games, so I think it's, like, a lot fairer to put him up there. Is it, though? I feel like it's not for super high-ranked games. I don't think I see Sniper mid lose very often in high-ranked games. But I could be wrong. You can't really fact check it anymore because the pro tracker doesn't work. Is Magnus hidden behind my face? Where's my face? Magnus is right here. What counters Sniper? Yeah, but exactly 50% I think is pretty good. This gets picked quite often. Supports counter Sniper? A little bit. I think you can't really beat Sniper in lane. It's hard to jump Sniper because he gets Shard and Pike as well. You need to, like, actually hold them down. Like, you need to, like, brutally RP him or, like, Echo Slam him. He, like, can't have time to react to with his buttons. Storm is fine against Sniper, but you waste a lot of mana if he has Pike and Shard chasing him. It really depends on how the early game goes, because a lot of the time, if Sniper gets a really good start, he has too much HP with Dragonlance, Double Bracer, Treads Wand at like 15 minutes to even gank him. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, free grandma. If you got to the end of the tier list, print 1. Just literally print 1 in the comments. Thank you.